Yeah, and I kind of decided to shut it down like last month or maybe the month before, and that's why I said like I looked back and I was like 30 grand. I paid 30 grand for all this content. Oh my goodness.
Did you say 30?
Yeah, 30 grand. Another thing that I started that did not work. This is another like I would categorize it as a fail. Was a crypto news site. This was after the YouTube channel that we started. I heard about I forget what it was called.
BlockFi?
No, it was a crypto news site that had the word block in it, I think. And it was sold for a couple million. And I was like, if they can do it, so can I. And they only had like 10 articles a day, which I guess was a ton of content at the time. But I was like, I could probably do that. And so I started a crypto news site.
You also started a Reddit for it too, I see here.
Really? Yeah, we did start that a couple months ago. That's rough. And a Twitter account. But the thing is, I know how to grow content websites, but I'm not sure how to do news websites. So a lot of this information, like it's not going to do well if it ranks on Google for 3 years because crypto is moving super fast and news itself, like news gets old. So I didn't really figure out how to get this stuff to go viral on like Twitter or Google News. So I probably, if I would have spent time with it, I probably could have grown it. But I was spending, I think like 3 grand a month since like the beginning of this year, growing, like paying writers for this. I spent way too much money trying to grow that when I should have just spent my time, money, and effort growing like the main thing. So I think it was like 30 grand I've spent on the crypto news site, and I have not made any money back from that because it's not actually, yeah, it's not monetized.
Did you say 30?
Yeah, 30 grand.
Don't put that on Twitter because someone will be like, that's my mother's whole years of income.
Well, I had like 4 or 5 writers, and I think the issue was I was kind of overpaying them, but maybe not because it's crypto. It's like super technical, and they did a good job at explaining the news. And we were doing like, I don't remember, 20 articles a month or something like that. So almost an article a day. Some of these people I paid 20 cents a word. So like $200 for one article. I couldn't figure out like if the traffic would have been there, I could have monetized it, but the traffic just wasn't there. Like I didn't show up in Google News. Nobody shared it on Twitter. The Reddit, like you probably saw, it's not like it's kind of dead.
Do you try it on like Facebook or?
Not really. A lot of the crypto crowd isn't too big on Facebook. Also, like crypto itself is just like if you look at when I started it versus now, it's like crypto is just like, and then because of that, I feel like the interest in crypto is also going down. So I wish I would have caught that trend a lot earlier and saved 30 grand, but I guess it was technically all a write-off. So like the opportunity cost of 30 grand is like 15 grand in cash. So I'm not too down about it. I definitely learned a ton. At least the website is still there. So if I want to do a crypto news site or something in the future,
yeah,
it's there. But yeah, that was like, I probably shouldn't have started that. I started that because I saw someone else make a whole bunch of money and I was like, oh, I can do it. They sold it for multiple millions of dollars. And like, I kind of like, I don't know the word, like I aspired to do that when I should have just been focusing on the main thing. That's kind of the moral of the story. Yeah. By the way, that reaction of Nico on the $30,000 number, that was completely real. He did not know that before this podcast.
You should probably talk to me about some things before.
Like I said, it was like three grand a month paying like 4 writers. So it's not that bad, but I just kept doing it like month after month from January until like August.
That makes sense. Like that's like if I hired writers, like the month doesn't seem like a lot, but then you look at the grand scheme of things and you're like,
yeah, and I kind of decided to shut it down like last month or maybe the month before, and that's why I said like I looked back and I was like 30 grand. I paid 30 grand for all this content. Oh my goodness. It has really good artwork too. I was paying for the artist that you probably know who I'm thinking of. He created artwork for all of the things and it looked amazing. The artwork is amazing. The articles were really good. It's just nobody was like searching for this content, and because nobody was searching for it, I didn't get traffic. Like I said, a lot of it's all news stuff. So after like a month would pass, there's no need for someone to read the articles. So yeah, looking back, I wish I could have told myself not to start that, to just do something like continue focusing on the main thing. But that's kind of the moral of the story is it's really hard to decide what to start and what to not start.